pretend mental commitment and to basically say that he's not mentally ill for saying that he thinks government stages terror attacks. Brandon Raub, who we've now talked to as neighbors and family, is a listener of the show. The family is scared to come on the air right now, scared of the feds. They shouldn't be, but I guess they did see that their family member drug off for saying 9/11 was an inside job, decorated Marine, honorably discharged, no psychiatric record, no arrest record. And just thank God he didn't resist them when they came, or they love bagging a veteran. That's a big trophy for the wall for the FBI, because their number one enemy. I was just showing you earlier the threat at home. You know, the Magazine for National Guard. They say veterans are going to kill you. They're the new al-Qaeda. Told you that was coming. And they claim the Tea Party works with al-Qaeda now in the new Army report. If you're a new listener, that's not a joke. Just type in new Army report says Tea Party to link up with al-Qaeda. I know it's ridiculous, but they want to get the public simultaneously loving the military, saying support the military, support having them invade everywhere, and breathing deadly do you. Support endless war and torture. That's what the troops want. Put them on Prozac that makes them commit suicide, and then wonder why there's record suicides. And make them serve 5, 6, 7 tours, and sometimes go weeks on end in 20-hour days, kicking down doors and disarming poor villagers. But simultaneously, they're the big threat, because they know they're people that won't go along with world government. They won't go along with turning their guns in. So, welcome, America. We've been occupied by the New World Order. They're bragging, and they're saying the veterans are the enemy. And we've got the head of the Rutherford Institute coming on. It's going to be on the nightly news. I'm going to tape it right after the show today. We may even put it out early before the show airs, because sometimes part of the show is live, part of it's taped interviews, because we can't do it all live at one time sometimes, 7 o'clock Central. And it looks like if he gets out, we've been told that that the Rutherford Institute went in and contended that his involuntary commitment was a fraud, and that they've been ordered him to be released. But that's all the details we have right now with the Brandon Raub story. Again, the evil Marine that dared have a First Amendment and said our government's illegitimate on Facebook. And then somebody posted lyrics to a song that's got sharpening the axe in it. So saying that, they went and grabbed him. And we have other talk show hosts being arrested for even milder speech, disappearing into psychiatric wards, having their guns taken. I mean, this is the new Soviet-style terror. The good news is it's totally blowing up in their face. But Hitler did this, Mao did it, Stalin did it, Fidel Castro did it. If they couldn't trump something up, they'd just say you were mentally ill and disappear you. On the other side of the political spectrum, Ernest Hemingway said the FBI was harassing him and spying on him, COINTELPRO, before the name was known. They said that's mental illness, locked him up and gave him shock therapy that basically killed him. And then Hemingway, it came out, was being surveilled and harassed by them. So, hey, the FBI is surveilling and harassing me. Oh, you're going to a mental institution, Bubba. So we had troops rallying outside the mental institution. But again, we're not 100% sure. McBreen's talking to the neighbors, the person that shot the video, all that right now. We're trying to vet all this as it develops, but it looks like some good news because it backed them off. But how many people is this happening to? I've talked to friends and family. Almost everyone I know has family in Texas who shoot their mouth off about Obama. Like, I hate him. You know, I wish he'd get out of our country. Secret Service shows up. They show up at car dealerships. If a mechanic, I know the car dealership here in town, I haven't been authorized to say all of it yet. Well, actually, I was, but we needed to check first with something. But the point is, and he just shot his mouth off about Obama. The Secret Service came and said, even though it wasn't that threatening, we want him fired or you're in trouble as a dealership. They didn't have any other power other than color of law to destroy someone's livelihood. And that's what Homeland Security and all this is about, saying you won't be able to travel outside the country if they say. You won't be able to travel if they say. You won't be able to have a job if they say. This is all admitted their plan. That's how I knew 10 years ago they'd be on the streets someday, because I saw them on C-SPAN break it down. You're going to have an ID approved by them, no judge, no jury, to own a gun, to have a job, to travel. The cars are all going to be computerized with kill switches and by-the-mile taxing systems. That's now being announced. I told you 15 years ago about that. MIT announced it. This is what we've got going on.